Literally. Okay? So my fellow American citizens, research my descriptions. Research my statements. Do you really think that these burn marks are fucking appearing on my skin because nothing is interfacing with my skin? This is common sense. This is self-evident. So, I want you to know that a wild, vile animal who will play out different skits related to the community-based harassment using property owners and even at times police, who will claim, we don't want you on the fucking property. Okay. Oh, absolutely. We don't want you on the property. That's done for other reasons. They want you on this fucking property. Now, why would they make you so sick to where you fucking can't move far? There's got to be a motive for that. Now, when you look at, again, just rehashing for a second, then I literally got to let you go. Go to Google and research how they rent apartments, homes, and condos, and even motel rooms around victims. Across the street, there's a fucking... all up this fucking road is condos. Okay? Up on the hill that's on the same side of the property I'm on, has got fucking homes and or condo apartment homes. All along it. All along it. So if they didn't want you on the property, why are they making you so fucking sick you can't fucking leave it and move to a completely another location? If somebody doesn't want you to move, it's because they want you in the fucking area. Why would they want you in the area? Is it because they are in the area? Okay? You gotta think smart. Let your brain interlock this data together. Just think about it. If I'm at a wooded area, how the fuck are they targeting me? They gotta know where I'm at in order to target me. Okay? So when you watch that August 13th video in this account, the one that's 9 minutes long, and you see these energy waves trying to come into the tent, but colliding in with the shielding that's on the exterior wall of the tent, you're going to see that energy being stopped by the shielding. So when I put this same type of shielding around my around one part of my torso, and then the pain immediately stops, do you know what these little vile whores will do? They'll fucking go back to the head immediately. Okay, immediately. Or they'll go to an area of the torso or the back that's not covered yet. Okay, so how do they know what's covered and what's not? And why would they pick these specific parts of the waist and the side of the torso? Why not pick another spot? What's guaranteeing them the ability to pick those specific spots? Why is a portion on my back shoulder blade, on my back, pulsing up and down? Same thing concerning the right and left cheek. Okay? So, oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Extremely suggesting transreceiver non-consensual biomedical implants. And the implants are being used, okay, in order to conduct the energy once the energy beam is sent to you, and they are able to determine where that implant is at, ratio to, since there's reported they're using, that, because they're using a whole bunch of different modes of operation concerning where they get propped up at and how they deliver this shit. Planes, helicopters, drones, satellites, cell towers, and neighbors' homes. Okay, and vans, cars, trucks, and they can even come on the fucking property after it gets dark out. Oh, absolutely. Okay, and other stuff as well. So, if in order for them to target this part, any part of my body, but let's just talk about the waist for a second. In order for them to target that fucking waist, they had to know where I was physically at to begin with. They had to know where the waist was at in real time, in its fixed location and position, in order to target that waist in real time. How did they know that? Because I'm somewhat down into it's not a ravine, but it's like a valley on a property off the road. So, in other words, if you were to come on this property from the road, you would have to go downhill, and then you end up on somewhat even ground that's got a bunch of slopes and stuff, and then you look for an even space on the ground to sit at. So how the fuck are they able to get my waist? Because when I'm at wooded areas, the vast majority of the times, I'm sitting down. So think about it. If you go down into just metaphorically speaking, if you go down into a wooded area that's like in a ravine, and then your butt is sitting on the ground, so then your front torso, where your stomach is at, and your front waistline is at, would be less than a foot off the ground. Because your waist, right below your belly button, is about less than a foot of the ground itself. So how the fuck are they able to hit my waist when I'm sitting down? And when I get up? That strongly suggests emitters on the property. Okay? Because they already know they're making you so sick you can't move, but they allow you to get up and go to get water and food. So you fucking get up and go get water and food, and then they marginally attack you when you're along your routes. So by the time you get back to the area where your sleeping bag and tent and shit's at, you're going to be so sick to where by the time you get back with all those groceries and everything you're carrying in this fucking heat, they know you're going to be, and you're going to then be immediately attacked once you get back. They know then that the overall way from all these attacks along your routes, the exhaustion of running around the heat, the lifting the bike up on the bus, taking it back off, riding the fucking bike, carrying all the heavy groceries, water, your backpack, duffel bag, and in the heat, and the health effects, because the attacks continue along my routes. So they know that all this is going to create an overall general bad health effect state. So by the time you get back to the wooded area, and the attacks immediately start when you get back to the wooded area, you're going to be so sick you can't fucking move from it. Right? So a lot of times when I get back to wooded areas, and when I'm at wooded areas and I get up to go get something or move something or set up my solar panels, I get fucking attacked. So, but how can they attack you when you're sitting down? That's while you're in a ravine. So what that it suggests is what the internet says, that they're setting up emitters and antennas and transmitters and even transducers around victims' homes and even in the homes. Found in floorboards, walls, attics of people's homes and apartments. Okay, and the exterior of the home as well, around bedrooms and bathrooms and kitchens and living rooms. Okay, and then there you go. I mean, because if you're fucking down off in a ravine and they're at an elevated position, even if it's just on the fucking road, okay, then they would have to park that vehicle behind a bush so you can't fucking see them. I just got hit in the top of the forehead on the right side, okay, while it's facing the fucking road. And directly across the street is a bunch of condos where the shades are constantly drawn. 99% of the time during the day. 99% of the time, every single fucking time I look up, those shades are constantly fucking drawn. Okay? So, my fellow American citizens, you gotta think smart concerning how shit happens. When you watch the August 10th video, okay, in this account, when you watch the 9-minute long video that was uploaded on August 13th, which comes from the August 11th attack. Both attacks occurred at the same spot. In the August 9th video, uploaded on August 10th, you're going to hear a helicopter in the area. But that shit's coming, if it came from the helicopter, that appears that attack came from the helicopter from the position of the road at an elevated position, obviously, since it's a helicopter. But where did the other attack come from? The one that was interfacing and coming through the sidewall of the tent, which was on the property. That came from another direction. And then the same type of attack occurred on the 11th, except on that date, I don't recall hearing a helicopter. Okay? So, we can take these evidences, we can take these exposures, and we can look at the information, we can look at the evidence, we can look at the material that's online, and we can do our research. And we can come up with a comprehensive conclusion based on the information that's online, widely reported in tens of thousands of posts, included by scientists, doctors, researchers, and professors, tens of thousands of very educated victims, intelligent victims, hundreds of books are written about this crime. Okay, so why the fuck would a crime want to make you so fucking sick you can't walk far? Okay, because they want to keep you in the area. Why would they want to keep you in the area? Because they're fucking in the area. So do you honestly believe that I had no way to prove where the fuck I'm at? And what homes and condos are around me? And if you don't think that people who own condominium lots and condominiums themselves concerning property owners will not fake documentation concerning how long a tenant's been there for and who the fuck they are, okay, think again. Because at the end of the day, people that own condo lots and homes, condo lots and like the land developer or if it's a corporation Okay, if you don't think that they're not going to protect their fucking bottom line every way from Sunday, any and every way they can, by falsifying lease information, okay? And you should also know, it's why they reported that these same 6 satanic fucks will literally collude with neighbors so they can enter their homes and use the homes as a means of perpetration. This is literally how bad this crime is. As bizarre as that sounded. Okay, they'll fucking go as far as renting motel rooms right next to you if you flee to a motel. Which, by the way, the Navy Yard shooter did. Okay, Aaron Alexis. He tried to flee his home and went to 3 different motel rooms. Okay, and was gang stalked there. Absolutely. They did a national radio show I was on about him. Well, about him, and I was on it. I was a caller. Oh, absolutely. Okay, so just research all my statements. So, in closing, and I'm going to make this statement and let you go. You got to think smart. Look at the fuck where I'm at. I can only show you so much, but because for legal and strategic purposes. But look at where I'm at. Hold on. I can't show you the condos across the street because that's disclosing too much information, and the fucking lying organized crime cops would jump all over it if I ever tried to present it in court, or the prosecutors or whatever. Just trust me, I know what I'm talking about. So this is one of the locations right here. Let me zoom in on this better. And why is this video all messed up? Okay. So look at this location. Okay. And then this fallen tree here. It's a big ass fallen tree. And then look at it from this direction. Okay. So, if I'm down in a fucking ravine, because I'm down in a ravine, yeah, the road is closer to this area. I just moved back to it too last night. Okay. Hold on. To this general area last night. But I am still, though, down off a ravine. And I'm sitting down when I'm laying down at fucking night. How are they targeting my torso when I'm fucking laying down? Think about what I'm saying when I'm laying down. Okay? So these condos and these fucking homes are above me. So that means all they would have to do, if they're over there, is shoot down. Same thing if they park the vehicle. Because if you put shielding on, let's say if you put shielding on your chest, an area that they frequently target, and they can't, and then if you got a non-consensual biomedical implant in you, and it acts as a trans receiver for the aforementioned purposes and ways, that shielding is going to be very helpful in making sure that transmitting radio signal from it can't get through the shielding. So if they're trying to lock onto it through a tracking beam and can't find it because of the shielding, then they're going to fucking go to another area where that's not shielded. That is then, since it's not shielded, is emitting a frequency output. Therefore, they can lock onto it, and then therefore they got you. Okay? And so, how can they tell, not just through the tracking beam, but another way that's widely reported that they can tell what area of the body is shielded from a distance and what is not, is you need to look at how thermal imaging works. And even infrared is also extremely exposed. Okay? Because when your body, if you use a thermal imaging app on your phone, which you can download through Google Play, a thermal imaging app allows you to look at your body and the heat that is emitted from your head, your torso, and so on. But once you put shielding in front of that, the heat is not coming through. Okay? So if they know that they got a certain amount of non-consensual biomedical transreceiver implants in you, and they are looking for one to gain access to through directed energy weapon beam, that are where one's a tracker so they can lock onto you, and then they send the energy beam to it. Okay, if they can't find that transmitting signal because it's not emitting out because the shielding is blocking it, then they're gonna fucking look for another one. Okay? And it is widely reported that these same 6 satanic fucks are using thermal imaging and infrared and other forms of surveillance so they can not only, because they use a bunch of different forms of surveillance in order to be able to determine where you're at to begin with. Okay? I mean, look at this sick shit. Look at this. Okay, so can you imagine, okay, scalar weapon beams energy going inside your body and then the radiation cooking you alive? Okay, it's excruciating pain. Okay, so do you really believe that you're going to be able to pack up a big-ass bike with your bike saddlebags, with the flat bag that goes on top of it, because the saddlebags go on the back rack of the bike, and then this one goes on top of it. Then I got to carry this on the fucking handlebar, and then I got to carry the backpack on my back, while I'm also carrying this bag on the other handlebar, just to try and fucking move to escape this shit. Well, they don't want you going far, so they fucking make you so sick you can't fucking go far. So why would they want you not to go far? Because they're in the area. Because think about it. Think about what I'm saying. Okay? If it makes it easier for them to target you every single fucking day, non-stop, and then if you move to a different location, it makes it harder for them to target you. Because those other locations might be in an area where there's no homes for them to prop their whole ass up in, where there's no roads, so they can't fucking pull a vehicle up in and around. Do you understand what I'm saying? It would make it harder for them to continually target you every fucking day. So, in order to prevent you from going to these other fucking locations, they make you so sick each day to where you can't fucking go far. And if they do allow you to move, you're only going to be allowed to move maybe 20, 40, 50 feet. Because you need to know something about this fucking energy. When this energy goes into you, look at this sick shit. This is a huge attack. It doesn't just go in you. It splatters all in the surrounding area. Okay? So that means like it goes in, like, so here's the hole that it goes in. And then once it goes in, it splatters out in a big area around the affected area. Okay? So you got excruciating pain to the point where you can barely move. Okay, so today is August 29th, 2022. Today is International Targeted Individuals Day. Research the hell out of that. Because this crime is worldwide. Literally. Okay? Absolutely. I mean, there's flyers about it all over Twitter. There's people posting the hell out about it. When I fucking go out today, I'm holding up a big-ass fucking sign. And I got to make this last statement because I haven't made a statement about it yet because I just did it 3 days ago when I was out. For the first time in months, let me show you the card. For the first time in months, I attached this to the back of my backpack. And I was at bus stops with it and on bus routes. Okay? Absolutely. And the community-based harassment was down by 90%. So look at what it states. Community-based harassment through slander and lies. So, if they're propping up people around you to fucking color code you and harass you and stage assaults against you, but they're using lies to get people to do it, they don't want these people to see this shit. Because then they're going to be able to say, hey, I got lied to. So, you know what they're doing? The people that they'll prop up around you are walking. Say if this is on the back of my backpack, and then the backpack is facing north, and so then therefore the sign is facing north. They'll have the color-coded assholes, and that's related to visual entrainment connected to remote monitoring, approach me and stand around me from the south. So they never end up seeing the sign. Okay? And I also noticed that they appeared to use people of different nationalities as well. Now, why would they do that? Because maybe they don't speak English or can't read English. You understand? The community-based harassment dropped by at least 92%. And if you had any fucking idea how much community-based harassment is propped up around me on a daily basis when I go out, it is fucking massive. And I mean massive. And the harassment's overt. So, in other words, they just, in short, they just prop up people to stand around you with color coding. They prop up certain types of people, okay, who will act certain ways. They're anchors related to the sensitization method of gang stalking. And you'll understand that by researching it extensively, okay? And so, it's designed to intentionally induce a mental and emotional response and electrophysiological response of anxiety, hypervigilance, and much more. They got exact motives for this crime. Make no mistake about it. The community-based harassment on the surface is not what the motives behind it is not what it initially appears to be when you research it on the internet. And I ain't got time to go into all that right now. But I guarantee you this. Okay, this is the first time that I have held up when I went out 2 days ago and held this and attached this sign to the back of my backpack, the part that faces out from the back. Okay, I held it together, buying through. Let's see if it's handy. Buying through this clip, which is why it's torn on the top. I gotta put some tape on it. Okay? Alright? And the community-based harassment dropped by 92%. And if you had any fucking idea how many people they prop up along my routes through the vehicle stalking, color coding, and through the physical people, your jaw would drop. No exaggeration. Well, all of that dropped by 92% along every bit of my fucking routes. Every bit of my routes, everywhere I went. Domino's on the MTS bus, okay, at the post office, and when I went into a Pete's Coffee Shop for the first time, that's right by the post office that I go to. Okay, I didn't have this on the backpack because the backpack was underneath the table. The community-based harassment was massive and non-stop in there. But as soon as and then when I left there, I didn't have the sign on me anymore. I just put it away. But on my routes to going to where I went to, it was on me. The community-based harassment literally dropped by 92%. And so, let me give you I got to state the following creatively for legal and strategic purposes. Okay? Let's say if you got a gang stalking victim where they will literally prop up 75 people in a matter of less than 40 minutes. 75 people between the vehicle color coding and the physical people they use. 75 different people in a 45-minute time period. No exaggeration. Every single time you go out, just in one 45-minute time period. Okay? 75 people, literally. Okay, now hold on. Just in a 10-hour time frame of you being out and about in the community, going to different places. 75 people just in one 45-minute fucking time period between the color coding of the cars and the motherfucking community-based harassment where they put people on foot, bicycles, and so on. 75 people in 45 minutes. Now, then you go out with the sign, and you're lucky if you see 15 or 20. And the ones that are on foot are coming in the opposite direction so they don't fucking see the sign. And the ones that do come in the direction of the sign are looking up. They're not looking down at the backpack. If you set the backpack down on the ground, because I put solar panels on my backpack, and so by the time I get to the bus stop, I'll put the backpack on the ground so the solar panel's facing the sun. Okay? So the ones that do walk by me will not look at the backpack. They'll just look up or look my way. Okay? Absolutely. Dropped by 75%. 92%. Okay? And the other ones that got propped up were propped up from a distance related to the color-coded cars were propped up from a distance. Okay? And the people on foot were coming from the opposite direction by 95%. And the other 5% that did walk by me didn't even look at the backpack. All right? So do you really believe that's an accident? Because think about it. You go from 75 people to 90 people in a 40-minute time period, okay, down to 15 to 20. 75 people each fucking day just in a 40-minute walk, okay? Not even that. It's a 20-minute walk, but sometimes it'll take me 40 minutes to walk it because I take breaks along my route because it's so fucking humid out. Right? So in a 40-minute walk, they bombard the fuck out of you, and then at the bus stop, they bombard the fuck out of you, but the second you put up a sign, it drops down to 15 to 20%. What does that tell you? That should tell you that they are using community-based harassment through slanders and lies, and they don't want the people they're using to know it. Okay? Because think about it. If a criminal walks up to you and says, I'm with organized crime. We're involved in human trafficking, rape, torture, murder, enslavement, and much, 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 much more. So what we want you to do for us is get you to stand around a victim that we're targeting. Okay? And the motives of why they're doing it are intrusion, and I ain't got time to go into all that, but trust me, if I did, you'd totally understand. Watch the videos dedicated to this account. So if a person walked up to you and said, I'm a human trafficker, and I'm connected to an organized crime syndicate in the system, and we're involved in rape, torture, murder, enslavement, all forms of racketeering schemes and insurance fraud schemes and much more, and we want you as an innocent law-abiding citizen to go and stand around, okay, a person wearing specific color coding and or saying a specific word or phrase around this victim for us, so that achieves specific motives for us, do you think you do it? No. The people say, fuck off, I'm calling the police. So they got to tell lies about the victim. They call the victim a drug addict, a social deviant, a pedophile, a prostitute, whatever. And we're trying to run the victim out of the community by making them feel harassed and overwhelmed. And so we want to make them feel stalked, and one of the ways we're making them feel stalked is by letting them know that they're being watched and surveilled, and we kind of send them that implied message by and through letting them know they're being stalked, but we got to do it creatively. So will you wear black and white? Okay? And I know it sounds bizarre, but just research color coding and gang stalking. Red, black and white, okay, bright green, bright orange. It's really fucking bizarre shit. Alright, I gotta let you go because I gotta go to the bathroom. Yeah, oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, there's tens of thousands of victims exposing this daily. Okay? So, do you really think these criminals are going to walk up to you or anybody else? And a lot of these people get paid to do it too. Okay? Oh, absolutely. You wouldn't believe how many UCSD students are still doing it around me. To this date. And I haven't been on UCSD campus since 2014. Okay? Absolutely. Alright? So, do you really think that these community members are doing it for criminals consciously? No. So how are they able to be solicited to do it? Through lies, slander, being bought off and paid for, okay, through positions of influence, police, okay? So when you research the community-based harassment and gang stalking, and then slander and gang stalking and community-based harassment, then you're going to start to say, okay, is this in part how they're getting so much cooperation? So if they're being lied to and you're fucking holding up a black and white sign that says, look, research, gang stalking, electromagnetic weapons, torture, rape, community-based harassment through slander and lies, then when the people walk by you and they see that, they're going to say to themselves, I've been fucking lied to. Okay? So on a day you fucking hold it up for the first time in fucking months and the harassment drops by 92%. 92%. So you might say to yourself, how do they know you got a sign? Okay? Well, when you go into this YouTube account and you look at my videos, you're literally going to witness what? And I know this is going to sound bizarre to you, to the uneducated mind. What do you think you're going to see? You're going to see non-consensual biofilm light crystal ocular eye lens implants in my eyes that literally make my eyes a walking video camera. And trust me when I say, yeah, I know, if you don't know anything about this crime and you hear that fucking statement, okay, you're going to say, what the fuck? Well, these types of eye lens implants are exposed in the book that is titled Brain Implants and Messages, Nanomachines and the Creation of False Memories, written by Dr. Hildegard Staninger. They're also exposed in many YouTube exposures, okay? And when you research non-consensual biomedical implants in the eyes, ears, throat, nose, chest, torso, okay, feet, legs, hands, ankles, knees of gang stalking victims, welcome to truth. What is two of the main reported things remote neuromonitoring does against victims? It monitors the visual cortex and the audio cortex. Audio cortex is that assisted by and through, but not limited to, ear implants, cochlear ear implants, audio implants, including ones shoved up through the nasal cavity, widely reported. Okay? Eye implants. Okay? Prosthetic eye implants, retina implants, iris implants, biofilm light crystal ocular lens implants. So when I fucking got this sign out the other day from my saddlebags, they could see it. Okay? And that's why when I was walking down the fucking road, well, I didn't have it on when I was walking down the road. I didn't put it on until I got up towards the bus stop. The vehicle harassment as I was going up the road was as like it is every fucking day. But as soon as I put that fucking sign up on my backpack, once I got up to right up at an intersection that's right before the bus stop, the vehicle harassment went down by 95%. 95%. And usually by the time I get to that intersection, they already got the propped up dog walkers and the joggers that go by me wearing color coding. That dropped by 98%. 90% just by holding up a fucking sign. So through the Islands implants, they were able to fucking determine what was on the sign. Okay? And they know they're using community-based harassment by and through slander. If you fucking walk up to somebody and say, hey, look, there's a criminal, and we're trying to run him out of the fucking community, so will you do this for us, and will you do that for us? Right? Well, it's obvious they're being lied to. But they don't know they're being lied to. So if a sign is being held up saying you're being lied to, then the people who are being used would say, why am I being lied to? And why is this specific type of person fucking lying to me? Like a fucking cop. Okay? Or a member of Neighborhood Watch. Or the FBI. Google all my statements. Absolutely. Okay? So I made a choice because I've been attacked to the torso on over 500 occasions just in the past 6 months. 500 fucking occasions. To the point to where I can't even fucking move 30 feet from one wooded area to another. And it don't matter anyways, because even if I move 5 blocks away, they'll just prop up the same fucking shit at that area that I've endured it. I have literally moved 53 times since 2018. 53 fucking times since 2018, and I'm still being fucking targeted every single fucking spot I go. Every single fucking spot I go. Okay? So how's that being achieved? Okay, so take what I said overall in this video and look at it closely. Think, how the fuck can you target a stomach while because look at me right now. I'm sitting up. So then therefore my ass is on the ground, and then look at how far my waist is. Okay, my waist is right here. That burn mark I showed you a few minutes ago, my waist is right here. Right? So if my waist is right here while my ass is sitting on the ground, while I'm in a fucking ravine, then how are they able to target me at waist level? Okay? The only way that might even be able to be closely achieved is by and through, but not limited to, possible emitters on the property. Okay? Okay, and or neighbors close by, or vehicles parking, okay, in areas to where you can't see them because of the landscape. Because the condos that are across the street, they're in an elevated position. So yeah, a beam could go directly down onto you, and then the radio, if you got a non-consensual implant in you, that's a transreceiver implant, and it's emitting a radio signal, then there's a very great likelihood that that beam will still find you because it's being sent down into. Okay, and then since the implant is emitting a signal, that beam can be locked right onto you from an elevated position. Okay, and then if they got emitters on the property, it would just go after you from a horizontal plane. You got to think about this with common sense and critical thinking. Because you remember, I'm sitting down. My waist is less than a foot. It's about a foot, maybe no more than a foot and a half from the fucking ground. Okay? From the ground. So think about it. How the fuck are they targeting my waist? Look at this. How are they targeting my waist to create this type of fucking... The sun is interrupting my ability to show it to you again. How are they targeting my waist in order to produce this type of fucking burn? Now the phone shadow is giving me a problem. So let me lay down. Alright, hold on. What the hell? Alright, I can't see very good from that direction. Hold on. I think I might have accidentally switched over to... Okay. Alright. Look at that burn. Right in the middle of this, the black circle, the magic marker circle. Look at that burn. Okay? So, how the hell are they able to... God damn it. This fucking sun. Let's go from this angle. How the hell are they able to create that burn? Because when I'm sitting up, notice how my waist went down. Okay? And then look at all the fatness on my stomach, because this type of shit is known to bloat your stomach area out. Look at that burn. Look at that. That's a splatter burn. Take a snap screenshot of that, and it's a black magic marker circled around it. So now watch me let go of my stomach. Watch where it goes when I release my stomach. I'm releasing the stomach right now. Okay, you ready? Now watch. Okay, so now I got all that fat covering it. Okay, let me lift it back up. Okay, so there it is again. So how is this? How are they able to target it when the stomach is like that while I'm down into ravine? Okay, and while I'm down into a ravine, when the torso is located in different positions throughout the fucking day. How are they able to target it? And I got this shit on, right now I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 different spots, and I've been saying in my tape recorders, because I keep verbal logs of the attacks every day. I've been saying in my tape recorder non-stop since the beginning of July that they're massively attacking the left abdomen. Okay? And 4 of these burn marks are along the left side. All day fucking yesterday I was saying they're going after the left abdomen again and a little bit to the right. I got 1 on the right, okay? The right side of the belly button, and I got 4 on the left. So I get attacked when I'm sitting down, laying down, and standing up. Okay? So, once I am able to move from this fucking general area, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use Google Maps, and I'm going to get the addresses of these motherfucking condos and houses. And I'm going to expose the fuck out of them. I got to let you go because I got stuff to do. Alright, so thank you for listening, everybody. And stay tuned. I appreciate your time and attention. Research my descriptions. Research this information. And if you had any idea, no exaggeration, if you had any idea the length and the amount of the shit that is propped up in the community-based harassment, okay, concerning me, trust me, educated gang stalking victims know what I'm saying. If you had any idea how many people are propped up around me related to color coding, playing out physical skits around me, and the verbal harassment, and that includes inside and outside of Bonds, inside and outside of fucking Phil's Coffee Shop, which I'm not going to anymore. That's only on rare occasions. Okay, and inside and outside of laundromats, at fucking bus stops as I'm going down the fucking street, your jaw would drop. All that fucking shit dropped by 92% at least when I fucking held out this sign 2 days ago on my backpack. Once I put the sign on my backpack when I got to the bus stop, it dropped by 92%. Alright, thanks for listening, everybody. Research my descriptions and you will see truth. I literally got to go or I'll just keep talking. Have a good day. Follow my instructions. Research my descriptions. And when you get to the video from August 10th, the only video uploaded on that date, and then the 9-minute long video that was uploaded on August 13th, in the August 9th video, which was uploaded on August 10th, what you want to do when you see me saying the attack came from this way and I'm pointing to my tent, okay? And then I bring the phone directly back to my face, the attacks start within 15-20 seconds. So when you see that blue and white energy coming into the tent from the side of the wall, of the tent, okay, let me get back over here, from the side of the wall of the tent, and then from the above, you're going to see this shit. What you want to do is take back-to-back consecutive snap screenshots. Now, and then another attack occurred on the 11th, okay? And on the 11th, I had this type of metallic material put up on the exterior wall of this side of the tent. Okay, it was laying on the outside of the tent, fashioned on there by clothespins. And so when that attack had started, and you'll see it, I think it starts at around around 6 minutes and 45 seconds into it and lasts up until I think around 7 minutes and 15 seconds. You're gonna, if you take consecutive stance screenshots, you're gonna hear me say they're doing it again. Okay? And when I say they're doing it again, that is towards the tail end of that attack. Now, when you take consecutive stance screenshots in that video, you're literally going to see the energy colliding in with the edge of this type of metallic material that was put on the outside of the tent resting on the wall, which is why you see a shade along the wall of the tent. And when you take consecutive stance screenshots, consecutive, back to back, you're literally going to see blue-white lightning waves, okay, hitting the edge of the metallic shielding and literally even trying to go through it, but it stops it. Okay, they're literally hitting my left abdomen as I speak. As I speak. Okay, so I'm putting that shielding in it right now. Oh, absolutely. Literally, as I speak. Okay, which is, and so let me do something. Hold on a second. Okay, so let me do something here. I'm going to do something here. Bear with me. Let me get my glasses on. Okay, so right now I'm feeling it right up in here. Right in this area. Okay? Right in this area and right from the side right here. Okay? Now, this side in this area is facing that direction and this direction over here, the houses of the hill. Let me go back over here. Okay? So it's facing that direction and the side of it and this part. So I'm being attacked right here, right now as I speak. This is where I'm feeling it. But the attack could have came in below it or next to it from the side, and then what I'm feeling over here could be the energy spreading through it. Okay? And so the left side of the torso is facing this fucking hill, and there's houses right up there, directly perpendicular to me. And there's also a plane up in the sky. You probably can't hear it, but it's way up there. Okay? So, anyways, when you watch the August 10th video, if you watch that video very, very closely, you're going to see a piece of copper tape on my right cheek. Now, when you watch that video very closely, you should be able to see very faint laser lights, which appear to possibly be laser lights, intersecting right on that part of the cheek. Two of them together. And remember what I said earlier? One's a tracker and one's the energy beam. Okay? Alright? Now, if you watch that video very carefully, right before the electromagnetic weapons energy attack start, so you're going to see some arc lights, okay, intersecting with my face before the blue energy starts coming in the tent, okay? Where I say, okay, they've been caught or whatever. You're going to see these weird light rays. They literally look like faint laser lights. You're going to see two of them intersecting, being directly around my cheek area where the copper tape is at on my cheek. And if you watch very closely and take consecutive stance screenshots, you're going to see them intersect once and try to intersect at least 3 to 4 other times right on that fucking spot of the cheek where the copper tape is at. Now, when you research laser directed energy weapons, these are beams. And they use light. Because what is laser? It's a light. Because you got to think about it. The tape was already on my face before I started making the video. When you watch that video, do you see me putting any tape on my face? It was already there. So why was it there to begin with? And then when you're watching the video and you see these light beams, some of them are faint, some of them are, some of them are apparent, even though everything you see concerning light beams might not be laser light beams. But the ones that are somewhat seemingly faint, you literally see them trying to intersect together at least 4 separate times, and one time they do, right on the fucking copper tape. Okay? And yesterday, my face was all swelled up. Hold on a second. Yesterday, I'm going to go ahead and show you my face. Yesterday, my face on this side was all swelled up right here. It was all swelled up right here, and the copper tape was right here. And it was all swelled up right here, and my cheek was pulsing in and out all day yesterday. I made statements about my tape recorder at least 6 times. Okay? All right, I gotta let you go, or I'll just keep talking, and this video is already taking up almost 2 hours of my morning, so I could kick myself in the butt for even starting it. All right, but see, because I went to go get dressed, and when I went to go get dressed, in order to, get dressed and then put my chest and torso protection on, that's when I discovered the burns. And so I said, I got to make a video so I can log this, and now it's become a 2-hour-long video. But everything stated in this video needed to be stated. So let's see if this video cannot be uploaded today. I literally got to let you go, or I'll keep talking. Now remember the sign, because from now on, I am going to be carrying signs with me everywhere I fucking go. And so we're going to see if I get banned from... This is the other side of the sign. But this is the side right now that I'm going to be using, okay? Now, when I go to the grocery store, my backpack will be put in a cart. So this probably won't really be seen in the grocery store. But when I arrive, it'll be there. It'll be on the back of it. You better believe it. So we're going to see if I get banned from Phil's Coffee Shop, any business plaza, Phil's Coffee Shop, Vaughn's Grocery Store, NTS Bus Transportation Services, and or Trolley Transportation Services, okay, anywhere I fucking go. And we're going to see if they try and say, she's crazy. I mean, look at the signs she's got. We're going to see if any demonic lowlife starts walking up to me and asking me questions about the sign. Because you got to remember, a lot of these community-based harassment staged events, they got to look for something to approach you about. Hey, do you got a light? Do you got a light? Do you got a cigarette? Do you know what time it is? Do you know what time the bus comes? Okay. Oh, hey, what's this sign about? What's this about? Okay, because when they use these certain types of assholes to come up into your physical presence, they got to look for a reason to verbally interact with you. Okay, now, and then what they'll do then is they'll claim that they didn't like your reply or lack of to then go off on you. Okay, but if they want to stage an event using any other type of excuse, and then you say, hey, look, I know that this is a staged event through gang stalking, they'll fucking act like they don't know what you're talking about. They'll literally go as far as stage the witnesses, literally using any person of any age, any type of person, from an elderly person to a disabled person to a mother with their fucking kid to a whole family. They gang up gang stalking. Okay? Including with the businesses where they'll play their role. Well, we can't have these instances here, and everybody's pointing the finger at you, so it must be you, and you're claiming you're being stalked by people you don't know. You must be crazy. Okay? And then look at your sign. Okay? This is how they gang up on you during the staged events and gang stalking. And staged events are called street daters. So we're going to see if that fucking happens. Because you got to remember, one of the biggest things that's going on in gang stalking is they'll try to claim you're a threat to yourself or others. They'll try and claim you're mentally ill. And they'll try and fucking lock you up by claiming you're mentally ill or a threat to yourself or others. So they got to suck you into an event. So to suck you into an event, they got to interact with you. In order to interact with you, they got to have an excuse to interact with you. Do you got a light? Do you know what time it is? Do you got a cigarette? Do you know what time the bus comes? Do you got change? Do you know where this place is at? Do you know where that place is at? And then they'll claim they didn't like your reply or lack of. Okay? Or they'll fuck with you just for the sake of fucking walking up to you and fucking with you. Literally. Okay? And so if they ever try and use this signs as any means to approach me to excited conversation, I don't give a flying fuck how normal they act. I don't care how polite they act. I don't care what they say. Oh yeah, I've heard of gang stalking. Oh, that looks fucked up. Okay? Because if the sign is on your backpack and you're not facing the backpack, then you're not thinking about gang stalking, really. They want you thinking about gang stalking, so they'll use any means to get you to talk about it, to think about it. Okay? So they'll say, oh, dang, I don't know anything about this, but this sounds fucked up. Okay? Dang, look at this. Torture, rape, okay, harassment, while they're wearing color coding or engaging in a physical gesture or making a specific sound they know they got you sensitized to, or saying a word or a phrase. So they're acting verbally like they don't know what it is, while they're visually showing you that they know what it is, or auditorily showing you that they're a part of it, or visually showing you a part of it, while they're verbally claiming that they don't know anything about it. Okay? Or they'll say, yeah, I've heard about this. That's fucked up. These people belong in jail, while they're wearing color coding or saying a specific word or phrase, or like walk up to and say, I've heard of gang stalking. Oh my God, that's terrible. Well, they already know they got you sensitized to the word and phrase, oh my God. But do you see how it's camouflaged? Okay? Oh my God, that seems fucked up. Oh my God, that is fucked up. Oh my God, those types of people should belong in jail that would do these types of things. Now, they're saying, oh my God, because they're trying to make it appear that they can't believe what's on your sign, and that's terrible. But the oh my God is their way to convey to you that they're part of the crime, because the host of the crime knows that it's propped up massive amounts of people over the years to repeat, oh my God, gang stalk and suck dick. So go to Google and or YouTube search box and type in the following YouTube title playlist. MTS, M as in Mary, MTS, Gang Stalk, oh my God, suck my DSK. Watch that fucking, go, when you bring that YouTube playlist up, sit in a quiet room with some good headphones on. And listen for people repeating gang stalk, oh my God, suck dick. Oh my God, gang stalk, suck dick. Different people saying each word, yet they're saying it back to back. At UCSD, SDSU, Ralph's Grocery Store, okay, Jack in the Box, Social Services, Arby's, Walmart's, Ralph's, okay? And these places are fucking miles and miles apart, right? So when they prop up massive amounts of people over the years to do this around you every single fucking day, everywhere you fucking go, caught on 8,900 audio files, no exaggeration, they know then when anybody gets around you and says, oh my God, naturally, innocently, or deliberately, that's going to excite the auditory and trained pathway that word and phrase is connected to. And that's done for the sake of what? Remote neuromonitoring. Auditory entrainment. Each word and phrase has got its own dedicated phonetic, decibel, and frequency output. The brain processes it, and then that's connected to the auditory entrainment. The color coding is connected to the visual entrainment. There's many videos in this playlist that discuss that, so I'm not going to get into all that. So I'm making this fucking prediction right now. If these wild, vile whores prop up any staged event and claim, you can't have this sign in here, this is a business. Fuck that. They're fucking gang stalking me in and outside of businesses. They're fucking gang stalking me at bus stops and bus routes and trolley stations and trolley routes. They're fucking gang stalking me as I walk down the fucking street, and I'm sick of it. Today is International Target Individuals Day, August 29th, 2022. Fuck you. Okay? To these wild, vile whores. Abso-fucking-lutely. So when I move from this general fucking area, I'm going to MapQuest and Google these fucking surrounding condos, okay? And these surrounding fucking homes, and I'm going to put their fucking addresses right at the top of my blog and on Twitter. Make no fucking mistake about it. You would not believe what I've been through. So go into this YouTube account. You'll see the videos showing the non-consensual biofilm, light crystal ocular lens implants that are in my fucking eyes. Okay? That absolutely interface with remote neuromonitoring, allowing them to see everything I'm fucking doing. I go to get dressed, right? And so I go to get dressed, and do you see this type of cream right here? Hold on one second. All right, so let me show you this right here. Do you see this type of cream? This type of cream is for to relieve muscle pain. Now, this particular type of cream has got specific type of ingredients in it, as all creams do. It's pain relieving cream for aching muscles and shit. Now, this has got a menthol. Okay, you know, it's got a menthol aroma to it. Now, the menthol and or the cream itself, when you put it on the skin, it then gets absorbed in the skin down into the musculatory tissue, and so that the pain signals from the muscle start to get relieved because of the electrical chemical processes of the cream itself. With it having menthol in it, that means it's extremely strong. Now, that produces what is known as an electrical chemical response in the skin and the musculatory system once the cream starts to get absorbed in it. And it produces specific type of electrophysiological responses because the cream is creating its own electrical chemical response, and then therefore it's conducting and flowing through the skin and the musculatory tissue, which then interrupts the pain signals from the pain that you're enduring, which is why you put the cream on to begin with. Now, as a result of these electrical chemical and electrophysiological processes starting once you put the cream on, if you got a non-consensual biomedical implant right underneath the skin or deep into the skin wall, and this shit gets put on you, and it starts to create an electrical chemical response. Look at the word electrical chemical. It also starts to create different electrophysiological responses in the muscular tissue and probably the nerve endings of the skin itself. This is all electrical created from this fucking cream. Now, since those are electrical chemical processes and electrophysiological processes, that then electrical activity produces what? Their own frequency outputs, interrupting the radio frequency output of the implant, making it extremely hard for the radio signal they send to it to connect with the implant. But after you put this on, in 10 minutes it wears off. The second I fucking put this on an affected area, where on my torso and even on my face, where I'm being hit, the pain from the hit immediately stops, strongly suggesting that it's interrupting the radio signal from being able to connect with the implant signal, which then is how they then send the energy, okay, to it, to fry you out, which is creating the extreme pain. So through the Islands implants, they see I'm putting this on, right? And if they got a fucking non-consensual biomedical transreceiver implant in you that's acting as a conductor for the energy beam that is sent through to the implant, then what they're doing is, if they're doing that, then there's an extreme likelihood, okay, that you also got additional possible biomedical sensors in you. That and if remote neural monitoring is interfacing on you in some of the most minute reported ways that it is, it can also see that the brain is under stress from